Harley's eyes flew open. She glanced at the bearded bald man, then slowly lifted her body using just her arm strength. In a flash, she swung her leg up and locked it around his neck. One brutal twist and it was done. His neck snapped clean. Humming a tune, Harley held the key between her toes. Then, with a perfectly controlled sit-up, slid it straight into the lock. She slipped on her boots, grabbed a pistol, adjusted her ponytail. Showtime, she lifted the gun and took down 3 guards playing poker. With clean, precise shots, no hesitation, with a few quick grabs, she armed herself with more pistols, firing with both hands, spinning and shooting like it was second nature. For Harley, killing was like ballet. When the ammo ran out, she tossed the guns aside and charged into the next room. Even unarmed, she took on 10 guys like it was nothing. She ripped a strip from her red dress and turned it into a weapon, proving grace can beat brute force any day. Once the room was clear, Harley picked up a submachine gun and walked forward, with calm, deadly confidence. No fear, not even when a wave of armed soldiers showed up in front of her. It was madness. Harley was in full rampage mode, beautiful and unhinged, turning slaughter into something close to art. Even the blood spray looked like flowers and butterflies. In the corner of the room, she spotted a javelin. She didn't hesitate, grabbed it, and unleashed a flurry of smooth, devastating moves. Everywhere it passed, chaos bloomed like spring. That javelin, remember it, it'll matter later. Just like that, Harley escaped and ran into Colonel Flag and Bloodsport, who'd come to rescue her. With that, the full Suicide Squad was finally assembled. The team headed out to face Starro head-on. Bloodsport pulled an attachment from his belt and upgraded his weapon, looking cool as ever, but his bullets barely nicked the creature. King Shark ran forward, leapt into the air, and sank his teeth deep into Starro's arm. Polka-Dot Man, traumatized by years of abuse from his mom, imagined Starro was her, and unleashed a wave of glowing polka dots. They melted through Starro's leg like acid, making the giant starfish scream in pain. But Polka-Dot Man's moment of glory didn't last. He got crushed to death in an instant. Even King Shark got thrown across the battlefield. The power gap was just too big. Starro's mind-controlled victims swarmed Bloodsport and Ratcatcher too fast. At the last second, Ratcatcher 2 held up her glowing device, summoning a huge army of rats, 10 times more than the tiny starfish. They swarmed Starro, fighting and tearing at it. At the same time, Harley took a running jump, javelin in hand, and stabbed straight through Starro's eye. The rats followed her path, flooding into the opening, tearing up the nerves inside. Soon blood filled Starro's eye. The beast collapsed with a deafening crash. Crisis averted. Harley climbed out of the starfish's ruined eye. In the end, Bloodsport led the surviving team members away from the wreckage, leaving the nightmare behind.